Hey guys, John from the John Muir Show here, and one of the America-hating ingrates who started the NFL's national anthem protests of recent years, he's running his mouth once again. That would be former San Francisco 49ers defensive back Eric Reid, who continued his shameful practice of kneeling during the playing of the national anthem before football games when he was signed last fall by the Carolina Panthers. And now Reid is saying that he has no intentions of stopping his protests going forward, saying that he will not stop protesting the national anthem until he believes that the discrimination against African Americans comes to an end in the United States. Reid went on to say that he believes that matters have gotten worse for African Americans in the United States, that white people are not treating black people like they themselves would like to be treated. Oh really, Mr. Reid, is that how you see it? Because when I look around, and when decent Americans of all skin colors look around, do you know what we see? We see a country that is not bigoted. I mean, sure, you do have some instances of racism. You still have some individuals, some groups that are racist. They're throughout the racial spectrum, throughout the political spectrum. But you know what? Those are just isolated instances. And all of us decent people in the United States of America, we collectively denounce all of that bigotry, all of that racism, because it is all wrong. So no, the majority of the United States is not racist. The majority of us are good people that do not judge people based on their immutable characteristics. It'd be nice if you'd admit that, because I'm willing to bet, Eric Reid, that you see it too, that you realize most people in the United States are not racist, that we're not bigots. But of course, you don't want to outwardly admit that, do you? Because that wouldn't be convenient for this little narrative that you've created over the past few years. See, Eric Reid, there was no way in hell his performance on the field was ever going to get him the amount of attention that this shameful crap he's done off the field, kneeling during the national anthem, has gotten him. So for Eric Reid, he's been able to profit off this whole thing. He's been able to get way more famous off of this, and he doesn't want it to come to an end. He wants to keep getting the attention at the expense of the United States of America and the respect that he should be showing for this country, its flag, and the brave men and women who fight for this country. But now Eric Reid, he just wants to continue with the narrative, so of course he's not going to admit that the overwhelming majority of the people in the United States are not racist. And you know what? If Eric Reid doesn't see that the majority of folks in the United States are not racist individuals, well then that's just because Eric Reid doesn't want to see it. He's spent all this time then telling himself everyone's racist, all the white people are racist, they're all out to get you because you're a black man. I mean, he would believe that because he has fed himself all of these lies for the longest time, where it's gotten to a point where he's lied to himself enough where he actually believes his own lies. Because again, the majority of white people, the majority of all people in the United States of America are not racist. We don't care about race whatsoever. We judge people as individuals based on their character, based on their actions, as all people should be judged, as individuals, not collectively. So for Eric Reid, it's not surprising. It's still shameful, but not surprising in the slightest, because we've come to realize he is nothing more than a disrespectful punk that hates the United States of America, hates our troops, and hates our flag. And you know what, quite frankly, Eric Reid, if you don't love the United States of America, which you clearly do not, then you can get the hell out of our country. None of us will miss you. Don't worry. That's all the time that we have for today, but tune into the John Muir Show each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. on WTAQ, 9 a.m. WSAU and WHPL. Till next time, I'm out.